Yeah, of course, no problems. So basically, we were dealing with a number of estate agents and other introducers, accountants, solicitors, getting leads from our website. The leads were just coming from everywhere. And the normal scenario, I think, with most businesses is everyone's using Excel spreadsheets pretty much to actually kind of track any leads that are coming through, maybe give a little bit of reporting to introducers. Some people might share the spreadsheet with introducers, and basically just trying to kind of keep an eye on what's actually coming through and how and when. But after a while, you kind of get to a point of going, well, it's not necessarily that efficient. It doesn't really calculate everything for you. And we basically looked at it and went, well, the only way we can do something is we want to try and leverage and make that whole experience and dealing with our estate agents introducers better. Now, luckily for me, my best mate is a software engineer and software developer. And so basically, I sat down with him over a couple of beers, to be quite honest, and went, right, I've got this thing that I'd like to try
That's
and
how
do.
it all starts. This is how it all starts, Steve.
Exactly. I thought I'd be honest. And
No, it's how
we sat down together and kind of just tried to go, right, what do you think could be a solution to this? What might it look like, etc. And we basically went, you know what, we'll agree something between ourselves, small little financial thing between us, and we'll put something together and build it. The whole build itself was literally for St. Bart's Finance. It was never for anybody else at all. And basically what we did is we basically built an introducer portal. So all of the introducers can log into our portal and they have all their own access. So the estate agency owner has their own view. The individual agents have a different view, so they only see their own leads and their own commissions. And then the business obviously sees all of it. We then have an internal portal where the leads come straight through to, and everything we update on the internal portal automatically updates the external portal. And basically, as you work through the leads, it actually sends email notification updates across to make sure that the introducers or agents are all completely up to date on everything that you're doing on the stages that you work, but without you having to constantly email them and do that work behind it. It just did it for you. We've also then, any business that comes across, it gives them a pipeline value. And this was a real key part to me, to be quite honest, because most of the times when you actually send leads across to a mortgage advisor looking from the other side, it's almost like putting leads into a black hole. You don't really know what's going on with them at all, what's happened, where it is, what I'm going to get paid.
So the value is the big thing, Steve. The value.
Exactly that. And to be honest with you, I know from experience, the estate agency world is all about the money. It's that simple. They want to know exactly what money they're going to get paid. There's a lot of estates out there that are quite young. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds is a lot of money to them. And honestly, seeing that actual money and actual poundage value makes a huge difference. So we have basically, the system works. As soon as you work a lead, you can basically work commissions, you can do individual commissions for everybody. So it's completely tailorable to anybody. And you can have a payment for a lead or not. You can have a complete commission of either a percentage or a poundage amount. You could do £50 offer. You could do any scenario that you wanted. And then basically, as you're updating and changing it and signing up that bit of business, you enter in the proc fee, the broker fee that you're charging. And effectively what it does, the moment you enter it in and say you've signed it up, it actually works out external pipeline values for everybody. And so technically, it will give the actual estate agency owner their pipeline value of their split, and then give the individual agent their pipeline value of their split, completely separate, and no one can see each other's. So the estate agent can take literally 50%, and the actual agent wouldn't know they're taking 50%, or they can do any scenario that they wanted on that. And so whenever they log into our portal, they saw the commission, they saw their leads, because you can track everything. It tells them all the statuses, and they were getting email updates on everything. We also, at the same time, launched a mobile app that went with it. And so basically, my main thing is with your estate agency leads, the estate agents are all walking around everywhere and doing viewings and seeing people. They're not sat at their desk. They're out on the road a lot more. And so they basically download an app onto their phone, and it has everything. So you log into it. It's got the pipeline value as the first thing that comes up on screen and how many leads they've sent across to you. They can submit leads on it. They can see pipeline. They can see full tracking. They can see commission statements. It's all on the app. And it's also on the portal as well. So we were going around, and as they're doing viewings, they're asking clients questions about mortgages, and they're submitting the lead while they're on the actual the property still, straight through to us. And then we found, because all the commissions and they were getting paid it and they could see their pipeline values, we were then starting to get leads from people in the evenings when they're out in the pub with their friends, because their mate goes, oh yeah, I need a mortgage, and they just submit them on the app for us in the pub. And we were getting those leads come through. And the more the leads you get, the more you convert and the more business we actually wrote. And the moment we did this and we launched this into St. Bart's, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was just going to make my life a lot easier. And what actually happened was basically we launched it, and within literally 3 months, our business volume, our lead volume had gone up by about 250%. Literally, wow. It was unbelievable just the impact it actually had. And then what was also happening is the estate agents that had our software, our the app, etc., they do tend to bounce around estate agents a lot. And when they moved estate agency, they were going to the new estate and they go, I've got this app, have you got this? And they go, oh, I haven't got that. What's that? They looked at it and went, crikey, that's really good. Let's get on board. And the next thing I know, I've just picked up another estate agent as a whole new business to then start getting referrals through as well. And it just kept going and going and going. But it was also in the internal portal, the advisor side, it was actually giving me a profit and loss account on everybody, not just the businesses, but the actual estate agents themselves or any introducers. And it doesn't have to be just agents. It can be anything you put on here. So we have it running Google campaigns, and it will track Google campaigns, and automatically the leads will come straight into the campaign. And so we can track profit and loss on individuals, and we were then giving them training if they needed it, or some help with mortgage advice. And all this kind of stuff to help them generate and build the business. But it allowed me to concentrate everything that I was doing and pick out certain parts of the introducers. So if you've got an estate agent that's passing you 5 leads and you weren't writing business, you have a chat with them and ask them what questions they were asking, and try and help them and support them doing it. Or if they were giving you nothing, we're finding it's because they needed some training, but I wouldn't have known really that they wouldn't have anything until I'd seen the data. Right. And so all of this went in place, and it just all started falling into place and just grew. And then because obviously we're part of Open Work, and I've got quite a few contacts in Open Work, and we go on the events, people were just literally kind of, I kept bumping into them, and they kept going, oh, can I have a look at your app? And so I kept showing people the app, and the next thing I know, I kept going, oh, can we have that? Can we have that? Can we have that? And so me and my business partner now basically had to set up a little business and start relicensing the software. So we really relicense our the whole lot, the actual lead portal for £25 a month per user. Right. It's unlimited advisors, unlimited introducers. There's no limits on any of it for £25 a month. And basically that's just built and grown. So we're in directly authorised firms, Open Work, SJP. It's in Mortgage Advice Bureau. It's actually even getting leads from the mortgage advisors referring investment pension leads to inside Mortgage Advice Bureau at the moment. Right. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's just grown and grown and grown basically off the back of it. And we've developed the software even further since, and it now literally runs my whole operation with St. Bart's Finance internally, all the systems. And we have the staff inside Yorkshire Building Society actually referring leads through from a tablet straight into our software, Introvice and into St. Bart's Finance, and tracking everything and running the commission. Right.